So from about 2016, 2015, I think it was, I had to go to the best little city on earth, Wakefield. For a number of years, I was often there, and I will have to be back when the Paul Sykes film and documentary starts. So I written 3 books, and I got to learn about a lot of characters in Wakefield. Shaky Wakey, as they call it. Lots of interesting characters. Your Les Cars, your Paul Burks, your Colin Beaumonts. Oh God, Bob Tuckett's. And a character who I met and actually interviewed regarding Paul Sykes is the hot chestnut man. Alan, his name was, let me think, Alan Jones. I mean, so he's had his own little spot in the centre of Wakefield, and he's there for probably, particularly the winter months, 6-7 months of the year. He's been there since 1982, I think I remember him telling me. So it's over 40 years. And then before him, it was his dad. So he basically stands in, I don't know what Wakefield would call it, is it the precinct? Basically kind of outside Waterstones, particularly where Paul Sykes used to cause bother and have a drink. I interviewed Alan on the Paul Sykes, it was a first book. Yeah, Alan he's literally part of the furniture, isn't he, in Wakefield? He's just he's like the cathedral. People just look at him and just, he's the chestnut seller. Stands there with his little dog, always very pleasant. And yeah, very unique character. He definitely deserves to be mentioned. I do have a lot of love for Wakefield. I find it massively interesting. I really, really do. I think Lupset, or it was, is the biggest council estate in Europe. Obviously, as I said, I was there a hell of a lot of times. Probably, I don't know, 20, 25 plus. In a number of years when I did the 3 books. And as I said, Alan Jones was just one of them kind of characters. Yeah, as you know, like there's a lot of them, even a lot of kind of names that I never met, but I learnt a lot, like such as the Riley family. Oh God, yeah, the names escape me at the minute, but I did meet Alan Jones a couple of times. As I said, I interviewed him. I gave him a book, and I think everyone, I'm a member of quite a few of the Wakefield pages, and I share it. And a lot of the times when I've shared stuff, it's Paul Sykes, and it's not greatly appreciated. If you could imagine kicking a hornet's nest, I think that's what I did when I kind of awoke the sleeping spirit, if you like, of Paul Sykes. But listen, I didn't know him. I didn't know him at all. And as I said, interviewing the likes of your Alan Jones and just literally the vital kind of members of the community was great, and they were a vital part of the book. So yeah, Alan Jones, let us know your comments below. As I said, I met him a couple of times. Always has a little bit of a snotty nose, but very, very pleasant guy. I'd never ever had chestnuts actually till a couple of years back. I bought a bag of him, and he sits there, or he stands there in sleet, rain, snow, whatever, and he's a massive, massive part of. As I said, I think he may be, along with well, obviously Sykes is gone now, but I think when people talk of iconic, unique characters, the Chestnut Man, it definitely must be up there. So yeah, Alan Jones, you definitely deserve a mention for unique characters in that wonderful little city of Wakefield, which I've got to know and kind of fall in love with a little bit. So yeah, leave your comments below and enlighten me a little bit on Mr. Alan Jones.